Did you write it down? Did you write down your goals? Did you actually look at what expectations you have given yourself when it comes to losing weight, losing fat? These are one of the things that we really need to do for those of us that are going through the change, which the hot flashes have started again on me. And yes, if you are going through these things, let's discuss how we can do it different, do it better, and do it smarter. The hot flashes have been really wreaking havoc with me, and I don't know if this is something that what I've been doing, paying attention to the nutrition, your intake, your diet, cutting out the sugar, also doing more strength training, even doing intervals of cardio, in bursts, and keeping that going regularly. All right, all these things I've been doing, still not having the results that I'm looking for. Nothing is budging. If you are one of those that can relate to me, we can always begin again. We can always begin again, and we can restructure a little bit, tweak a little bit of our game plan and how we're going to address not only the belly fat, but these menopausal symptoms like the hot flashes right now that are really plaguing me, and still move forward and gain the energy so we can have the vitality that we need to sustain working out in our lifestyle that we've been doing and doing it well. As you know, protein, leading with protein is so important these days. And if you are someone who eats plant-based and don't eat animal protein, you can still find the protein in plant-based. So for one, you can eat soybeans, which is a great source of protein, such as edamame or tofu or tempeh. And then you can also eat things like beans, legumes, like lentils. Lentils, huge, really good source of protein. You can also have pinto beans, black beans, chickpeas, really good with that, and carries other benefits like fiber. So if you're eating good fats, healthy fats, good fiber, and leading with that protein, there's no way that you can lose. Now, I know that we have an issue about the hormones, and sometimes hormones can overtake anything that we're doing in our lifestyle change. Yes, I know that it can dominate us in that arena. If you're taking the test lab work and that we talk about in past videos, you will start to see what is it that you really need to address. Is it insulin resistance? Is it that your cortisol levels are so out of whack and out of range, like mine, that anything that you do, the weight just won't come off of the scale? Yeah, I get it. Now, if you're eating high carbs and you are plant-based, you could be looking at a lot of water weight. So our body will retain more water weight than I think it ever has in our life. There has been a time that I've gotten up to 8-9 pounds, which found out that basically it needed to release, and it was just water retention. Can you believe it? Yeah, I didn't believe it either. I just thought it was just fat. But we can do things about it. It gets very dangerous is what I'm reading and researching, that if we don't address these hormone issues like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, those things that may be depleted or deficient, it can be dangerous, for our health in the future. But we have to treat our body, us as the individual, separate from our parents and our grandparents. We really have to look at ourselves as a unique being that needs to have unique treatments to attack the things that are ailing us right now. And so you have to look at yourself and write down what are the goals, How am I going to get there? Just little baby steps. Also, look at how can I change my environment too? Because if our environment is chaotic and stressed out all the time, then we're not getting the sleep, right? The good quality sleep. And if we're always stressed out with work or with family or with relationships, then that is totally taking a toll on your sleep, which means your hormones are going out of whack. It's not going to be a good thing in the end. So we have to really be serious about changing the way that we are doing things in our day-to-day living. Because those little things that you think are little, like sleep, are you really getting the rest? The rest can be totally different from getting sleep. You can be sleeping, but then you can hear everything going on in the night. You can have a bunch of chatter going on in your brain about something that is not, most likely won't even happen, or thinking about things you should have done or you're going to do. If we can't turn off that mechanism to the brain, which is also tied to anxiety, depression, all these things based off of stress management, if we can't get a better stress management strategy, then all of this is doing it in vain. And hence, we won't get rid of that belly fat. And the belly fat is hormonal. That's what I find. It's hormonal. If you're going through the change and you've never had belly fat in this way before, that's where it's coming from, and that's the source of it. But it won't go anywhere if we don't start changing our lifestyle and also looking at treatments to make sure we replenish ourselves of those vitamins and those hormones. And that's a personal decision. And I'm still mulling it over on how I'm going to deal with that as well. But it's not a bad thing, because I want to avoid those long-term diseases that may be lurking around the corner. Another big thing is, are we getting the support that we need from our family, from friends, or just anyone that is part of your life? Do they understand that you need that support system to be consistent in your diet, to be consistent in goals that you have set for yourself? Now, I know it's not everyone's business. Yeah, I know it's not everyone's business. I would pick one person, like a family member that may be a good dear friend to you that understands things that you're going through. Pick that person and tell them what your goals are, because when you say it out loud or you write it on paper, it becomes real and it becomes really something that you'll stay accountable to, because you'll give it some respect. You'll give it respect. So with your friend, that person's, it's like a buddy system that you're sharing a goal that you need to reach, and they can encourage you and motivate you and be mindful. Like if you're going out to eat, choose somewhere healthy to go, or offering to split that meal with you, right? So that you don't overeat and eat the right things. Someone that is just encouraging you to be your best you. And that will be a game changer as well. And if you're not having some kind of support system, then it makes it very tough. And I get it. It makes it tough for me. My household doesn't eat the way I eat, which is okay, but it makes it difficult because you have a lot of temptations in the house. Sugar, processed foods. These things are always going to be in my house because other people are not taking on my diet or nutritional aspirations of getting better and feeling better. That's okay. You can't always convince them to do what you do. All you can do is set an example by eating well in front of them, and maybe they might jump on the bandwagon with you. So I'm thinking of a new series here, and I feel like, I'm just a new person and I'm evolving into something else that I didn't really expect so quickly. So I like to call this series Begin Again Method. And you can always start off the next day and renew your commitment and to the sources that you have found for yourself and begin again. I thank you for watching and look forward to next week. And you know, coming soon is my Dutch test results, and I will be bringing on a doctor that is so motivating to me, and I think to you as well, and she will be coming on soon and share my results. That should be interesting. Thanks again, and don't forget to begin again.